Okay, I don't know what. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is?
For credits.
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean?
Oh, he tweaking.
To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
In 5.
Oh, damn, why they had Billy like that?
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Watch your mouth.
Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Fucking
Thing
thing.
sucks.
5, 4, 3.
Do it live. Come on.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
That's how you do it. Look, I don't know, Billy. Hey, anyway. Say he was mad. He was big mad. He said, oh, who is this? Oh, no. Anyway, what's good? Boom morning. You know what I mean? We had to start with the skit, the morning skit. All right, we'll do it live. They had him mad. So look, boom morning, everybody. I ain't never seen that full, well, it wasn't the full thing, but I never seen a longer version of the We'll Do It Live Bill O'Reilly little cut that they done turned into a meme because bucket, we'll do it live. Boom morning, everybody. This is Watching the News. Hold on real quick while I get situated. I want to play this beat that Garland sent to me. Shout out to HyperX. Can I play it on my, hold on. Look, boom morning, everybody. Boom morning, everybody. We watching the news. I was watching cartoons, but today I'm watching live music reviews. Let's get it on. I like this. You know we're gonna do something with this, Garland. HyperX. Come on, let's go. Tallahassee. Ass is all that I see. And what? It's a boom morning. Okay, look. Jan, what are you doing up here? Boy, what is you doing up here? This is what I'm doing, okay? Asked this channel maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, which I want to see. I saw personal life vlog, got votes, and I said, okay, let me try something out. Last week, I watched the news and I broadcasted it, and it was pretty cool. I actually learned something just about myself and how to go about interpreting the news in real time and like asking questions and like looking at it in a critical way, but also in like a funny, like clowning it way and like being genuinely curious. So I'm like, bucket, we'll do it again and we'll do it live again. So today we are watching the news and live music reviews. So what's on the itinerary today? Well, first of all, even before we get up into it, you know what I mean? Like, how y'all doing? How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. We're about to start up year 2 of at FSU, the PhD program in Theater and Performance Research. Super forward, looking forward to it. I'm super excited, super forward. I like that. Yeah, we're going super forward with it. And start classes up on Monday. So this is like the calm before the storm. I was describing it to a friend the other day. It was like one of those like transition lights. You just like go up kind of ever so slowly. You know, don't want to turn it on right away. It's not a clap on. Just we transition it slowly. But you know, this is just some Saturday morning kung fu and cartoons, like Lauryn Hill said. But yeah, so this is Watching the News, and today live music reviews. Yesterday, this was Friday, August 22nd. I'm at the gym and I see a big milk dud on my TV screen on the news. I said, look at that big old milk dud head, just a bald brown head. Look, a little sun kissed too, like they had been up in the sun. I had to squint my eyes and look. I saw that is Baltimore Governor Wes Moore on CNN. He is on my TV and I'm here in Tallahassee. You know I had to put one up. Shout out B More, you know what I mean, with the 410 and all of that. Where you from? B More Avenue 2 Blue. Boom. I said, wait a second. And so I'm watching. I'm like, yeah, all right, I got my Baltimore pride or whatever. Then I see Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott. I said, oh my God, they got them boys. They got my boys on TV. What they talking about? They talking about the DC federal government police takeover. So this is Watching the News. I want to catch myself up on this story. So welcome to Watching the News. I want to preface this with saying, look, I'm watching the news as is, as it's presented to me, as it's broadcasted. You know, I'll do my research if I'm genuinely curious about the topic. I'll do my research beforehand. We are genuinely curious, above all, just curious. Just curious, like what is all of this about? So I'm just taking it as is. I'm gonna be clowning them too. Just know that. Know that. I grew up talking to the TV and I just ask questions. We're gonna be pausing it. I'm gonna be questioning things. I'm curious. I'm gonna clown it. And I just wanna understand the circumstance in real time. And, you know, keep myself informed. But I'm gonna be me while I'm doing it. I feel like, you know, we are subjected to people who look like me and come from where I come from. We're subjected to like knowing so much before we even like speak on things. No, I am living life just like these people on TV. I got a job just like these people on TV got a job. So I'm gonna speak about it from my experience and just from where I'm at. Maybe perhaps start a discourse with folks who are here. What's good, manifesting? Is that how you manifesting? What's really good? So yeah, we about to sit here and watch the news. I'm gonna update myself on Baltimore Governor Wes Moore and Baltimore City Mayor Brandon Scott, who were on the news yesterday. They got some press. I saw them just very briefly when I was at the gym. And I wanted to, like, at that time, I was like, oh my God. But I was like, you know what? Let me turn this into a segment. So I'm gonna revisit. I have a couple videos saved up and I'm watching TV here. I'm about to flip it, just chilling. That's what's up. Happy Saturday morning, boom morning. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. I'm just, you know, this the personal life vlog, just doing what it is that I do, but I'm gonna broadcast it. So we're gonna start. This was 10 days ago. Let me show y'all my POV. Boom morning, everybody. All right, POV. So this was, so I'm updating myself on Baltimore political leaders' involvement with Trump's DC federal police takeover. So I'm going to start with, this is WBAL TV. I believe that's, that's Baltimore's local, I believe that's ABC, but that's their local news coverage. Then I'm going to head over to CNN. But let's start local. Come on.
So now it's Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott.
And Mayor Scott, we've heard pieces of your reaction to the president's comment about Baltimore being so far gone. Can you tell us a little bit about what your reaction is to him saying that?
Well, listen, this isn't the first time the president has attacked Baltimore. And
Tell him.
The last time, right?
Tell us.
We know the president thinks about city in a different way. If you peel back the onion for the things that he says about the city time and
Peel
time
back
again,
the onion.
you know there's racial undertones there. You know there's class undertones. But it just also shows the president, again, and I want Baltimoreans to hear me very clearly.
Tell us.
He wants to distract us from the things he doesn't want to talk about.
Uh-oh.
You think about a sister city in D.C., they have the lowest violent crime that D.C. has had in 30 years.
Facts.
Including the 4 years that the president was previously the president.
Facts.
It's lower than it was then.
Facts.
And this is also a president who literally pardoned
Tell us.
criminals who tried to
He
take
did.
over the Capitol and who tried to kill his former vice president.
Calm down, Brandon. Come on, Brandon.
Onions
Onions have many layers. Ogres have layers.
Accountable. And this is the way that he's going. There's no strategy. The DC police obviously have a successful crime trade.
Come on, Brandon.
You don't hear myself, you don't hear Mayor Bowser in DC or anyone saying that we've solved the violent crime issue in this country. What we are saying, and saying rightfully so, is that cities around the country are safer now than they have been in many cases, including Baltimore, in my lifetime. We're talking about Baltimore having the fewest amount of homicides through today's date on record.
Give them stats.
I think that what you're seeing is a overreach from the president. And it's also, again, that latest distraction tactic. He doesn't want people asking him or talking about the economy and how that is tanking under his leadership. He doesn't want to talk about things like the Epstein files. He doesn't want to talk about the U.S.'s standing in the world and our national security. So they flood the zone with things that they know is going to help them and distract people. And you can see what's happening in D.C.
We see it.
A video of two men just sitting on their own porch, one smoking a cigarette, one drinking, which is actually allowable under D.C. law.
Facts.
And being hemmed up simply because they were outside and simply because of what neighborhood they were in, what color of their skin. That's not how policing works in America the right way.
Oh my
we
goodness.
all want people to go after people that are absolutely committing violent crime, bringing in drugs, bringing guns into our community, harming people. Everybody wants that. But you cannot just go through and roll through neighborhoods and pull up any and everybody. We know that here in Baltimore probably better than anywhere else because the actual federal government found us in violation of the people's constitutional rights for many years that happened, especially when I was a young man growing up in Baltimore.
Oh, wait.
This is just, if the president really wanted to help cities, what he would have done is said to those local FBI agents in charge and all these other folks, how are you working with these police departments and these local cities to achieve these numbers that have already been going down? How do we help them go further? But he didn't do that. They had to make everything into a spectacle to distract people, and also noting that the president and that right-wing propaganda media that they have and just keep sensationalizing any incident and trying to convince the American people that these numbers that are actually verified by the FBI that the president oversees says that violent crime is at its lowest. But no one is saying that the issue is solved, and I think that's a very important thing because they want to, the president, his team, members of his party, members of their media armor, want people to feel like everyone's saying that it's solved, but they are absolutely weaponizing this issue as a distracting tactic.
Mayor Scott, you mentioned the numbers being down in D.C., the numbers.
How long we got left?
Reduction in numbers.
This is good. Hold up. Pause. All right, look, y'all. I might got a bias because I'm from Baltimore, and that's the Baltimore mayor. I was trying so hard to find some indiscrepancies. Is that the word? Indiscrepancies? Some just gaps in what he was saying. He's a great orator. I got to, at least for his oration, eloquently breaking down what it is that Trump is doing. My critique, overuse of that word distraction, but he was still able to at least explain to us what the distraction was for. He mentioned the economy, he mentioned the Epstein files, and then he also played the game. Dang, that's my mayor. Damn. The only thing I can really clown him on is that hot top. That's really all I can do. Hold on, look, that hot top right there. All I can really do is clown him on that. And the fact that they got him in a cutout green screen. Why do you let them do it like that? Why y'all let him? Who? Where's the marketing team? He's off script. Kept himself composed. Yeah, I like this. He said, yeah, I like this. Damn. All right, come on. Let's keep on going. What else? What they got to say? The whole time they were just like, they were like, yeah, They was mad. They was like, damn, he talking real good. Let's try. Get him up. Let's try. Skip him up a little bit. Look at him.
You're not resting on those numbers. You know more work needs to be done.
Tell him.
We've seen, unfortunately, that mass shooting over the weekend. Talk a little bit about the violence reduction strategy and the role and what you plan to do moving forward.
All right.
We're going to continue to expand
Very handsome.
violence reduction strategy because we know it works. We identify the folks who are the most likely to be the victim or perpetrator of gun violence. We give them.
I miss my city, bro. Damn. Look at my city.
We had that great partnership with the police commissioner, myself, the state's attorney, attorney general here in Maryland as well. All of us, the government, are working on.
It's my city, bro. I love my city, and my city love me. Okay, sorry.
I think that's important to know. Our police officers, even in areas that don't have yet had GDRS, like Park Heights, where we had this.
Park Heights Avenue.
It's very personal for me. Anybody
West Side.
that knows me knows I spent countless hours myself standing on that very corner because one of my best friends lives there.
Come on.
People that I know live right there on that block to this day. And we're going to find out the cowards that shot to shoot up those people, including that little baby. We're not going to tolerate that. But we also just have to be smarter about how we're dealing with those issues. And every single incident matters to us. We don't get to pick and choose which neighborhood. We don't get to pick and choose which incident. But we should be focusing on what the president could be doing. The president right now could go out and say that we're going, she's going to...
You know what? I just had the thought that how he and other political leaders represent themselves when they're on a local media platform versus when they're on a national media platform. Just reading his body language, my bad. I know it can get a little confusing if I'm speaking over it. He sound real good. He sound real good. I don't got nothing really to, kind of like, but he's very calm, cool, and collected. And it's making me think because he is being covered, in a local setting, it just makes me think. And like, okay, Jan, what do you mean by that? Like, let's take a real life example. Like when we're at home and, we're in a comfortable, healthy, familial environment, we're going to be more prone to like be able to like just like rest, whether that's with family or friends, be ourselves, calm, collected. I'm reading his body language and his composure and his disposition, and that's very much coming through his tone. That's very much coming through. He even furrowed his eyebrow a little bit. Like, you're like, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Like you would only really do that in a comfortable environment when you know what you're talking about and you know who you're talking to. And then in contrast to when I saw him on CNN yesterday, and not to say that he wasn't calm, cool, collected, he's a suave guy, but it was more a little, and we'll get to that clip. But I also got to speed it up too because my phone is like on 25%. It's starting to get a little choppy. So we're going to push through this. We're going to push through. Boom morning, everybody. We watching the news and live performance reviews after this to cleanse our palates.
He's not attacking all the guns, but making guns the way they should be. He's
out
right now and say we're going to ban AR-15 and all these assault rifles.
Who?
You need 4 months of military training to get that. You can just walk into a store to get. He could join the fight and say that we're going to ban ghost guns and 3D printing guns. He's not doing that, right?
He can't do that. He's an 80-year-old man, Mayor. Trump is too old to be doing that.
Push people away from their own good God-given critical thinking skills.
Oh, he is good.
We're going to remain focused.
They can never make me hate you.
Police officers going out there removing guns and removing
That's my mayor. That's where I come from.
For him and his team to do prosecutions as they've been doing.
Look at his eye. Look, he's so charismatic. He got a lot of energy. They hate that.
Historic investments that we're making into that work, paying people, even those who were once on that side of other side of the law, to stop incidents even before they happen, working with the actual community groups to do all of these things. That's what we're going to continue to do. Here in Baltimore, we're not going to be distracted. We are not.
Why can't you go to the studio?
Numbers, even though they're the lowest that we've ever seen in Baltimore, on record, still aren't good enough for me, and we're going to work every day to improve them.
And Mayor Scott, I know we have reported heavily in recent years about youth crime.
And there go the fight right there.
It's been a big area of focus for you to help get the youth active and involved in different activities and things to get them off the street and focused in a good direction. Tell me a little bit about how these plans and policies have turned into action and what you
Come on. Why they hiding her body like that? She look good. Uh-oh. See, it always... see, come on now. I noticed that. What Bill O'Reilly say? He said, "Fuck it, we'll do it live." It's always a little something in the media. See, come on now. They had him looking a donkey, and then they like, it's always something, bro. I love TV. I love theater. That was the theater right there.
Stuff when you think about with the young people being fewer and fewer than being the victim of homicides and shootings in Baltimore, but when you add on for us that we had 8,500 young people in youth works this summer. We also had all these.
I was on Youth Works.
Young people learning literacy and getting their credit recovery. 42 summer campsites for recreation and parks.
Come on, tell them.
To engage our young people in every way. The teen events that Rec and Parks has had. And at the same time, we continue to hold young people accountable for our side when things happen.
Yeah.
Making sure, again, that if you're a young person and you're committing carjackings, robberies, all those things, we will arrest you and work with our partners.
He said, look, don't forget I'm the law too, y'all. Don't forget I'm the law, y'all. Look, I can be down.
We will not stop.
Now he sound like Trump. So you can't forget.
Scott, thank you so much for taking the time to join us this week.
Look, it's like anytime. He said anytime. All right then. All right. All right, look, quick little wrap up. Look, that little last part, that's how, like, it's like, okay, two things real quick, make it concise. The real kind of like fights or the real issues come out to play. And I noticed this last week when I was watching Muriel Bowser and how, yeah, she responded to Trump saying, you know, like, I can't believe he doing all this. And then she throws in her argument, like, this is why we need a fight to make DC a statehood or give DC statehood shit. So I'm like, okay, well, there goes your fight. This is probably, I feel like, what this is really about. Now I'm getting that from Mayor Brandon Scott and like deriving that, kind of what I concluded from that and bringing that conclusion into this new space where Brandon Scott said that we're gonna, like, he's not concerned or he's not fulfilled with the numbers, the crime rate in Baltimore. So he wants to bring it down. And it's making me think like, okay, like this is the fight in every city, but because I'm from here and I've just heard it my entire life, like Baltimore's a bad place to live and crime. You know, it's like, and I'm not trying to get like religious about it or like superstitious about it, but it's like when you voice that, it just makes me think of like comic books, like when the mayor voices that we will bring the crime down, and then the villains sit back and we're just like, yeah, you'll bring the crime down, all right. It's like this is like where the fight is, and yeah, I mean that's the game that they're in, and the game was revealed too because Mayor Brandon Scott, come on, that's how I know like you can't. He's fighting fire with fire, but it's like a big echo chamber because at the end, what he say there, he was like, yeah, you know, we're here to support our youth, but we're also here to reprimand them and know, like, we the law too, you will get locked up. Like, I'm like, you sound just like Trump with the so-called illegal immigrants. It's like, come on, man, you can't, but everything else, he was on point with it. He was on point, he wasn't reading no script. Okay, just for the sake of time, I'm gonna skip over to Trump slams Governor Wes Moore. This is Fox. Fox gonna have me geeking. I will admit. Fox gonna have me geeking, but then, okay, let me flip. Sorry, y'all. Good morning. All right. Governor Moore issues Trump News Nation. Let me do Fox, because I want to laugh. Come on. Spotlight on Maryland.
Lines are being drawn between the leader of Maryland, the President of the United States, and the chief of the Baltimore FOP. Spotlight on Maryland's Gary Collins has been following the increasing temperature around public safety that has now gained national attention.
Well, they're not saying this. I heard this character from, where was he from? They talk about him as a candidate. He's got no chance.
In one of the first mentions by name, President Donald Trump took aim at Maryland's governor on Thursday from the Oval Office.
The governor of Maryland, I watched him this morning saying that.
Oh, he watched him. He be watching the news.
They say maybe he'll be a president. He's not presidential temper at all.
Oh, come on, Trump, you can't be saying that.
The president has made an effort to single me out and single Baltimore out on multiple occasions.
Look, he happy. Go Wes Moore. Come on, Milk Dud.
Major cable news networks on Tuesday and Wednesday. The comments that Trump reacted to on Thursday included this one.
You know, the way policing action works is making sure that you can have a police force that moves with appropriate intensity and absolute integrity and full accountability and works in partnership with the people, with the communities, that they are building relationships with people in communities.
He's a great speaker.
Frankly, that's not what military personnel are trained for.
At the White House, Trump responded.
But I heard him today talking about how the National Guard or the military is not trained in police, but they're trained in common sense, and they're trained in not allowing people to burn down buildings and bomb buildings and shoot.
What you know about common sense, Trump? Tell us. Like, literally tell us what is common sense.
President Donald Trump and Maryland Governor.
Look at Amazon, that's right.
Right here in West Baltimore, fatal and non-fatal shootings are commonplace.
Who are you?
That happened on Friday.
Sir, who are you? Where are you from?
Less than a block.
How can you talk about a city and state like that?
Too much crime.
Come on.
Too much violence.
She from Baltimore.
Too much negativity.
It
Nobody
is.
getting home.
They not.
It's just it.
It really is. I know where that's at.
Neighborhood says she often feels helpless seeing police tape and shell casings on the street.
The governor and the mayor say that the city is doing much better. I mean, what's your take?
No. Nah.
See, come on, y'all.
This is trash.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's not getting better.
Yeah, that's. Oh, them fans was fresh.
Shooting discharge asked us
Of course
not
they.
to show her face because she lives in the community.
Well, yeah.
So you're coming home today. police helicopters in the sky.
Oh, I saw that around there too one day. I'll talk about that later.
Is this living?
No, it's very concerning. I have a 5-year-old daughter, so like you never, of course, want to see anything like this happening so close to where you have
Some good journalism.
This is Baltimore City, though. This is what happens out here. It's unfortunate.
Although violent crime numbers have seen a historic decrease in Maryland, U.S. News and World Report rated Baltimore the 4th most dangerous city in America.
All right, Fox.
Based on FBI data.
Chill out.
Oh
my God.
Told Spotlight on Maryland.
Who's that man?
Issue with Moore's defense of the city's real crime problem.
Look at that Latin shit.
Saying blue states seem okay with the federal government taking
like they just cool with showing their stuff. I love it. They like it. I love it.
Not. Adding, the federal government is very much involved in the crime fight daily in Maryland and in Baltimore.
Yeah, I bet y'all is. Y'all doing it. I'm geeking.
And comment is silly.
The governor responded on talk radio, taking a jab at the Baltimore Fraternal Order of Police president.
So we have taken a truly all-of-the-above approach when it comes to public safety, and that includes working with the federal government. So any other suggestion that
What's beef?
This is a partisan decision is not just silly, it's just unfounded.
Mancuso fired back in a statement to Spotlight on Maryland, saying,
It's beef.
I defer to Moore's expertise in delivering silly political statements, as he is a professional in that area, not me. The Baltimore FOP president adds, I'm a cop who spent decades working in the narcotics and homicides division.
I bet she was working in
the
it.
Baltimore Police Department. The reduction of violent crime didn't come from political actors. It came from blood, sweat, and tears of the men and women of BPD in partnership with State's Attorney Ivan Bates. With temperatures beginning to simmer and Maryland's governor standing his ground, we will continue to follow closely and bring you updates.
I bet y'all will.
With Spotlight on Maryland.
Goodness. Kind of spotlight. Pick a side, pick a side. All right, y'all. Look, I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much. Let me make this really concise. I want to cap it off. My phone is probably like at 20%. I don't want it to go like boom morning. This is watching the news, and next we're going to do live performance reviews. All right, so I wanted to update myself on the media presence of Baltimore's and Maryland's political leaders' input and involvement with the DC federal police takeover that Trump administered. Look at me in my terms. Look, come on. You watch the news 2 days and you just learn some stuff, but everything is still up for critique. So what I got from that, I mean, I watched a local coverage of that. That was WBAL TV's local coverage, and the anchors were or the journalists were interviewing Mayor Brandon Scott, and he had some good stuff to say, you know what I mean? And then I went over to Fox because I just wanted to laugh, and I did. First thing off the bat, I just noticed, Fox is going to show Trump. Like they're going to show Trump. WBAL did not show Trump at all, even when Mayor Brandon Scott brought him up. So they showed a lot of Trump. It was more of like an expose or like a editorial, clearly edited up is what I'm getting at. Like it was very clearly edited and chopped up, and then you got this like expat journalist like literally in a hood, like probably like going towards West Baltimore, like in that Middle East kind of area, just in front of a crime place and just like speaking like it's like a metaverse. It's like, no, you're in a city state in an environment. Like, why are you talking about this place like that? First of all, that was my like, stop it. Then they're gonna get Shorty, who was just driving by, and I already know the type of person that she was. Look, I'm talking about my people. I love my people. But y'all know Shorty was just driving by, be like, oh my God, is that the news? What just happened? She was perpetrating my mama say she was just signifying. And then they just put a camera in her face and a microphone. So like, she was talking some good stuff. Like, yeah, it's a shame. And then of course they're going to broadcast. Yeah, no. When they had asked her something along the lines of like, is it going to get better? Yeah, Baltimore not going to get better. Of course, it's like, Shorty, come on now. And this is why I'm doing Watch the News right now, because yes, it's cool to like get your public opinion. Cool, broadcast yourself, but they going to broadcast us and put us all in a bad light because you was running your mouth. Come on now, like at that question, I've been like, no. You ask them. Now we got to ask them, because this is what they about to start doing. These media companies, they about to start coming out and like treating us like we the new celebrities and influencers. They're gonna really want our opinion, y'all. And they're gonna ask us, like really in-depth questions. And we're gonna give our real, because we are real people, we are authentic people, we are off script. Let's be mindful, okay? First and foremost, we can say exposure is good exposure, especially if you're a small business owner. If you got a business, if you got something going on for yourself, get interviewed. Put yourself out there and make sure you have your card. Look, for example, I got my mug right here. If they're going to interview you, be like, hey, yup, interview me. Make sure it's shown. But always ask them this. What is the name of the media company? Who are you funded by? Ask them that. And then we can start to do our research, like who's funding these media companies? You know what I mean? Like if you know it's Fox, come on now. Play around with Fox. Don't get too hard sentimental with Fox. Be more sentimental when they ask you these questions, y'all. Like be more sentimental or give more like raw and real authentic to local and independent media companies. But like for CNN, if CNN roll up on you in the hood, or Fox, just like how they did with Shorty up in Baltimore, give them like, don't give them too much. Make sure you promote your business. And then when they start to ask you like personal, questions, get your personal opinion, just play around with them. Be satirical. All right, this is Jam watching the news, and we're about to go into part 2 of the segment because we're now at 30 minutes. I ain't trying to be up here all day, all night. You know what I mean? I'm trying this a boom morning. It's 10:45 over East. How y'all doing? How's it going? I'm gonna keep moving on with the segment. So watching the news, obviously I gotta watch some more, but just for the sake of time, I'm gonna move on to live music reviews. So why do I do this? Watching the news is a lot. You just get inundated. You get inundated with like messed up historiography of not only like where you come from and what you're involved in, aka society, America, patriarchy, capitalism. It's in real time, and it just makes you think of so much. Like I know for me, it's like, man, what can I do about this? Or like, oh my God, it's so messed up. Or man, it's a lot. So I like to cleanse my palate, just like when we're eating food and like clear this out. I like to cleanse my palate, my mental palate, which is, something that I like. I, already went for my walk and I did my stretches this morning, but I'm gonna cleanse my palate and I'm gonna watch a live music performance. And the review was mostly because I just wanted to rhyme, but I'm gonna just talk like how I be talking at, concerts and TVs and movies and stuff. So this is, what we're about to watch is Lauryn Hill's Japanese concert. I believe this was, 98 or 99. Lauryn Hill's concert of the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill in Japan. It's one of my favorite concerts. Hold on. It's one of my favorite concerts, and we're about to end here. And then I want to watch Beyoncé Cowboy Carter tour. So we're going to watch Lauryn Hill and Beyoncé. All right, let's get into it. This is Watching the News and Now live music review. Come on.
Oh, to New Jersey. New Jersey to Tokyo. Tokyo to
Let's
Jersey.
get it. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Hey. Come on. Every ghetto, every city. Baltimore to Tallahassee. My mother always thought I'd be a star. What? Streets that nurtured Lauryn Hill. You can't go too far. Listen, cause what? And what? Make me what? I like that little interlude. Let's go. Hooterville. What's up with that? Roll the Mongols, tell it. Watching kids stole the. Oh wow, hold up. Hey, great shot. I love this shot. Talk to him, Miss Hill. The saxophone. Listen. Hey, I hit that. Okay. Looking, they got the horn, got the full band. What? Saturday morning watching the news and live reviews. Listen. Rules the nation. That's right. Hey. Made me recall my days in New Jerusalem. Man. Every ghetto, every city that I've been through. Can y'all tell I be watching this? Hey. Listen.
One more time, and you know it's high. Don't worry, you got looking back. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know it's high. Don't forget what you got.
Yeah. Come on.
Yo. Supreme. I understand that record. We got to talk about something real serious. Money. How it's funny.
Great interlude.
Yeah.
Her stage presence is nuts.
Never let it fool you.
That's a word. Who give a damn about money?
Yeah, definitely.
But, you know, in most cases.
Busted. It's funny how money changes situation.
That's right.
Did you hear me?
We did. Say it again.
I said.
Wow, that's there.
Straight. It's funny how
I
money
love
changes
this.
the situation.
I love the subtitles. Oh, and real quick, I also noticed how I ain't getting no like flag for copywriting.
Right.
Might have to watch some concerts.
I said, it's funny how money changes situation.
Let's go. My emancipation don't fit your equation. I was on the humble, you on every station. Someone play young Lauryn like she done. But remember not to gain new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. I know all the tricks from Brinks to Kingston. Now Ting Don Major, King Don Juan Ron. Understand L Boogie? Let's go. You say I can't take a threat to my newborn son. Nope. Since when? Okay. That's right. Tarnish my image in the conversation. Cute. Damn. That's right. You might win some, but you just lost one. That's crazy. What a sight. Come on. I was hopeless, now I'm on Hope Road. Wow. Man, bring back the hype man. See, consequences, no coincidence. They do. I know you don't want to hear my opinion. You might win some, but you just lost one. You lost one. You might win some, but you might. Come on! The singers. It's so silly, how come? Sing! It's, What's so pretty? It's so silly, how come? Come on! Never underestimate those who you scar, cuz. Come on. The chain of Satan wasn't made that strong. Trying to pretend like your word is your bar, but until you do right, all you do is go wrong. Ah, bars. Some don't know what they have till it's gone. Damn. That's right. As always. Some may think that they reach because you, they jamming. Come on. You lost one. You just lost one. Come on. She got them shoes on. She look good. Come on. You can't tell that they hurt. That's right. Listen. Oh, man. There's not a lot of observation. There's not a lot of footage or cameras being put on the audience or the crowd. You can't really see them. Hey! Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Listen, she said, come on, Miss Hill. Come on, Auntie Lauryn. Sister. That's right. Sister. Sister. Together. Hey, that's a shot. Hey, look like Motown. One more time. Ah, hey. Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, that was good. Come on. Ah. Come on. It's so silly. How come? But you just lost one. Me.
I don't think I ever made a conscious decision.
This is
music, a performer. I think that I grew up.
I'm right,
I was
Miss
a very
Hill.
dramatic child.
Facts, same. And look, that's one of my favorite concerts, performances of the entire Miseducation of Lauryn Hill album. I just thought I'm gonna put that link in the comments section on this video. But that last little part, I really wanted to rewatch that video or that performance specifically because I was at the gym yesterday. That's where I saw the news coverage of Wes Moore and Mayor Brandon Scott of Baltimore, Maryland. And on my shuffle was a song called Bam Bam. Now we know that song like Bam 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 Bam, but it was a different version of that song with that same rhythm by those two dudes who sing. And then I heard about a girl, her name was acting, everything was about to roll. And then, but it was the dude singing, wait. And I was like, I never heard this. It sounded like, don't you know, like the B-sides of songs or like the extended play of songs where it's like, I heard about it, murder, she wrote. And it's a separate song called Bam Bam. I'm going to put that in the comment section too, because we share and we cite our sources and we share our resources. But I wanted to watch that performance, Lauryn Hill singing performing Lost Ones back in 98 or 99 in Tokyo, Japan, because she interpolated that into her Lost Ones performance And it all just came full circle to me. I said, oh. All right, so we about to wrap up watching the news, live music reviews. It's really less of a review and just me like kind of reacting. But you know, I just wanted to rhyme. And we about to finish with, I might not finish this because this is 9 minutes long. But Beyonce and Jay-Z live on the Cowboy Carter World Tour in Paris. I got the inspiration to watch this, so we gonna watch this. All right, this is watching the news and live music review. Good morning, everybody. She's so funny. Aw, this might be for good reason too. Come on, B, look at her cowboy stuff, cosplaying. That's right. That's right. It's so loud. Good quality. She said, fuck the hat. Oh, excuse my language. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's right. She said, y'all dance. Now, this might be a review because it's Beyonce. She's so funny. Uh-oh. Hey. This is some shot. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling in my pride, there's no one to blame. What? Tell him, B. Body banging. Body banging, big body bends B. That's right. Go off, B. Hey. I mean, I guess this is a point of view for sure, but I don't know why they just got it on her. Like, it's the whole performance, y'all. Like, why y'all just watching her? Come on now, she been doing this for a long time. Don't just put it on her. Cause that didn't look like much. That's messed up. Lay twins. She love them. There they go. On the run. They on the run. But he happy. Hold up. Is this a world tour or your girls tour? That's crazy to like come out, like especially at all these times with like the news and the media stuff, but that's what they do, you know? You know what I mean? That's just what they do. That's her man. She said, I'm gonna stick beside him. Go ahead. Who can be mad? Can't hate. Great showmanship right there. Great showmanship right there. Is this a world tour or your girls tour? Ah! Flight Boss was funny for that. Yeah, all right, so this is Watch the News and Live Music Reviews. The Cowboy Carter World Tour is over, but it made a lot of noise. It made a lot of noise on the media side of things, like critiquing. It was like, you know, people was mad. People was big mad. They've been mad at her since she released that album last year. Then she went on tour this year. That's how you flesh out an album. That's how you flesh out the drama. Because she had, and it's making me think, on the song is, I think it was like Sweet Honey Buckin'. She said, AOTY, who ain't win? AOTY is Album of the Year from the Grammys. She's like, AOTY, who ain't win? That's when she recorded it last year, or released it last year, and then she was talking about Renaissance, that album that didn't win. And then she's on tour this year saying, in the live interpretation of that same song, she's like, AOTY, who ain't win? Like, they really dragged that out. That's how you drag out some good drama. I ain't mad at that, but it is super dramatic. So, you know, a lot of critique when it comes to the media side of things and like the industry. They really just, it's like they don't like her doing this, but it's like it's making money, and you know, so that's on the media side, industry type of things. But you know, on the we the people side of things, and us, you know, being a part of culture and pushing culture forward, and participating in culture, even though it's like Cowboy is kind of like it's not a little, it's actually very problematic, and like, okay, America, you know, it's cool to just see a lot of people participate in it and bringing out a bunch of different types of people coming in their best cowboy regalia. Now that I'm thinking about it more and more, it's kind of scary. No. Also, that character, I named it. His name is Noah. It's like Noah. But we're going to cap it off at 50 minutes. All right, this is Watching the News, live music reviews. We watched the coverage of the Baltimore political leaders reacting to Trump getting them boys out there in the DC federal police takeover. And, you know, I didn't watch the CNN headline, but I feel like, you know, maybe like because Baltimore's so close and it's a part of the DMV to DC, you know, folks are concerned, like, is Trump about to bring that stuff over here? He not. Like, he not. And I think it has a lot to do. Why, Jam? Why do you say that? It has a lot to do with how these political leaders are pushing and responding. But even more important than how they're reacting and responding, it's us reacting and responding. It don't make no sense. There's no rhyme or reason why Trump is putting those boys out there other than that's just what he's able to do. Everyone's saying it. Muriel Bowser, as problematic as she is, she's saying the stats are low. Mayor Brandon Scott, incredible order. Everyone got their issues or whatever. Incredible order. He's saying the same thing. The stats don't really represent and line up Trump. Like, we can see if there was like a 9/11 or something that happened, God forbid. We can see if there was like a 9/11 or something. Trump, you just doing this cause, like, come on, bro. So they can't do this anywhere else because the way that Trump just did it, like, he need more Simpsons writers. Where are the Simpsons writers? This is not a good narrative. This is not a good episode. Next, but I'm glad that we had Wes Moore and Mayor Brandon Scott, Governor Wes Moore, Mayor Brandon Scott up there just speaking real good. There's some good orators, baby. I come from Baltimore. That's where we come from. I know the art of war because I'm from Baltimore. And I ain't no whore. We ain't no whores, man. Like, we just ain't. Shout out to Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill and Beyoncé, Gemini and Virgo. It's Virgo season, Mercurial. Stay Mercurious. You know what I mean? And let's stay curious. Let's keep clowning the stuff. You know what I mean? And let's do it with care, y'all. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this just to roast and none of that. I genuinely care about the state of the world. It's just the state of the world. And, you know, I'm participating and they want us online. Well, I'm going to be online, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So we're going to be online and I'm going to give you a little slice of life, personal life vlog, but I got to remember to go back and live my actual life. So this is Watching the News and today live music reviews. Yeah, happy boom morning. And I'm about to go jam today. You already know what it is. I'm geeking. All right, cool. Y'all take care and I'm out.